Hello everyone, Kane here to take you through Wufoo's Form Manager. When you log into Wufoo, you'll be taken here automatically, and you can get back to it anytime by clicking the Forms tab at the top of the page. Easy peasy. The Form Manager is essentially a big list of all the forms you've created in your account, and will give you a load of options for each one that you have. If you haven't created any forms yet, there'll be a page that says, "Whoa, you don't have any forms yet, you better make one." To do that, just click the New Form tab over in the top right. There are lots of things you can do within the Form Manager, so I want to briefly take you through them. When you have a look at each form, you'll see a load of options to interact with. Over on this left side, you'll see the title of your form, as well as how many entries you've received overall and today. If your form hasn't received any entries, a green banner will show up giving you the option to start sharing it. Moving right, you can also make loads of edits, such as editing the form itself and adding rules, notifications, and integrations. On top of that, you can set the form up to collect payments, check out all the ways to share it, have a look at your entries and analytics, and a few other bits and bobs, such as viewing the API information. You're basically looking at the spine of your form, and each tab is sort of like a different limb that controls it. If you hover over the More tab, you'll see a couple of options at the bottom to either duplicate or delete your form. If you duplicate it, that will create a full copy of the form. It will include the works, all the rules, fields and notifications. The only thing it won't include will be the entries, which means you'll get a clean form. So if I duplicate my form here, you'll see a copy will pop up. If you decide you no longer need a form, you can delete it as well. I want to chuck this copy in the bin. If I click this Delete Form tab, it will throw me this big warning that basically says, "Now then mate, be careful here because if you delete this form, it's gone and we can't get it back." So just be careful when you're deleting forms, since once you've deleted them, the deed is done. If you want to go ahead, type delete and click to wash your hands of the form. Also in this More section, you'll see an option to make your form private. If you're done with your form and you no longer want anyone to fill it out, making it private is a really good idea. That will mean nobody can access it, but you can still keep all the data. You'll see that when I make this form private, the Share tab goes grey and the option to add a password disappears. And if you think I forgot about these chaps on the left earlier, you'd be wrong. You'll notice either a little globe next to the form or a slightly scary eye with a line through it. The globe means the form is public and viewable. The eye means the form is private, an easy way to quickly see if it's live or not. Back to the right and you'll see a drop-down menu. That's a list of all your themes that will change how the form looks. This is nifty because you can apply the same thing to multiple forms rather than creating new themes all the time. Just select the theme through this drop-down and that will apply the form straight away. The last thing to look at are these lots at the top of the page. It's always good to be able to filter for what forms you want to see, and we give you the option of filtering by date created, date edited, and any forms with entries on that particular day. Pop it into entries today, and all forms that haven't received entries will be in alphabetical order. Last but certainly not least is this search bar over here. If you want to find a specific form, you can type what you want to in here. Let's say I want to see all of my contact forms. I'll just type contact here, and there they are. Makes it easy to find your forms if you need to get to them quickly. And that's the Form Manager for you.